Yo guys, what is up? ASIC here with another Mythic Heroes video. On today's one guys, we're going to talk about the hero tier list for November 2021, and this tier list credits to Asura, as it says over here, hero guide by Asura, November 2021. And yeah, we're going to talk about the tier list. In my opinion, this is pretty accurate, and also I'm going to tell you guys like my own opinion on the heroes, if there is something special to say about those. Sometimes I might or I will agree with the most of the heroes, but sometimes guys I won't agree with the rankings of them, and then I'm just gonna talk about it. So yeah, let's go ahead and start with the first hero guys, and it is for sure Lucifer. As you can see, the good thing about this tier list also is we have early, mid game, late, boss, PvP, and overall ratings. So it starts with the early one, of course, Lucifer, a ultra rare hero. He is a fighter, and yeah, in the early game, mid game, late game, and boss, so and also PvP, he is like a complete beast, especially like early and mid game. I'm right here at mid game at this point, and he is shining very good, even though he's on a way lower level than my, for example, Izanami, which is a red star, and also I haven't leveled him up as high as my Izanami, but he's still doing a good job also with his stun ability and knockback. This is the main reason I'm using Lucifer. Late game, alright, 26 plus, 10 ranking. Of course you have to level up those heroes higher and higher to get the most potential out of it. Next up guys, we have Nuva, and we all can agree Nuva also a top tier hero, just because you can use her like especially over here at boss. I'm using her at almost every single boss. I don't know if you guys know, but it is like a Kashik. This is a supporting hero which does crazy like supporting abilities, and that's why Nuva is over here on rank 2, and I'm absolutely agree with this. Next up guys, we have Tamamo no Mai. So with Tamamo and Izanami, in my opinion, I would like swap those two. I would put Izanami right over here just because she's carrying me completely. What I guess is on Tamamo, you need to have her on a really high level, so she will shine with her dodge ability and the single target damage, which is crazy, I have to tell you guys. And yeah, you can see over here on PvP she's really great, and late game she's kind of okay, but mid game she is like, yeah, the most potential for her, as by Asura said, is on the mid game, on bosses, especially when she has that single target damage. She is of course really good. Next up guys, Izanami. As I said, I would swap Izanami to rank 3. Izanami is just a one woman army, and this girl is crazy, man. You need to invest a lot into her, yes, but when she uses the ultimate once, it's crazy how good she is. She will wipe out a 1 versus 5. I had so many times she was just wiping up all those heroes by herself, and that's why I would of course Izanami put over here. I would rate her a bit higher, to be honest, because as I said, she is a one-man army or one-woman army, and yeah, over here mid-game, early, I would just rate her a bit higher, but I am completely fine with this. Next up we have Ganyang and Moye, and as you guys know, this hero can only use the ultimate once, unless you have the weapon level on 400, then you can use it twice, and you want that of course, because the ultimate, man, it deals crazy AoE damage, and when she's on the second form, or yeah, like the ultimate is used once, it's crazy how much damage they are dealing. And especially boss, she's a bit better than Izanami for me. I mean, Ganyang is a bit lower than my Izanami, but he or they are doing a way better job than Izanami for me on bosses, so I would put the boss rating a bit higher though. Next up we have Eduan. Eduan is the first healer over here, like really healer, and Eduan is especially good just because of the energy restoration, and also about the passive ability. Whenever someone has, I think, 20% or less HP, Izanami will like throw away 500 energy. I mean, that is bad, yes, but that hero will be healed a lot, and that is really nice, just to prevent your heroes from dying when they're almost up to die. I think the passive is about like 6 seconds cooldown, but yeah, also especially on the bosses, I mean 8.3 for bosses, I would say a bit higher, just because yeah, she gives energy to all of your heroes, and this is really necessary on all those heroes. But over here on PvP, she seems to be also really, really good. With 9 stars, early game, of course, as I said, I'm also using Eduan. So we have Eduan, Ganyang, Izanami, and Lucifer. This is the team I'm using right now. And of course, one more. But we're going to talk about that later. So next up, guys, we have Susano. And Susano, as it's right over here, early game, he's pretty bad. He needs to be on high level to get the lifesteal ability, his shields are broken, like for real, those are crazy. And whenever he has that shields, he's a carry. He's also like Izanami, he can carry completely just because of his lifesteal ability, the single target damage, and also, of course, the shields he will gain, and the shields will like stack up completely all over the time when he's leveled up enough. Also on bosses, he's a really good, 8.3 over here, PvP is it, alright. On bosses still though, he is a 9. And he's doing crazy damage on all those bosses. So yeah, alright. Next up, I cannot talk too much about this hero. This is Iset, guys. So Iset is an ultra rare hero. She's a supporting hero as well. I haven't played too much with her, but she's like completely on an 8.5. Overall rating is an 8.5. As I said, I cannot talk too much about this hero. I haven't used her. I think I got her like once at this point, but I haven't used her. So yeah, I cannot talk too much about this one. I mean, there is a clock when she dies. That is what I've seen, but I don't know exactly what it does. Next up, we have also Flora. Flora is a SSR, and overall, she's doing pretty decent. But this is not a hero you want to focus completely just because she won't carry you completely through. But she's dealing good AoE damage. I've seen one of the enemies in my arena using Flora, and she's doing really good there. Alright, next up we have Artemis. So Artemis shines completely just because of the boss. On bosses, Artemis is the hero you want to go for, but don't, like, if you have Artemis, of course, feel free to level her up, but don't invest too much if you don't have a carry like Izanami or Ganyang Moye, Susano. If you don't have them, don't waste everything into Artemis. Artemis is, like for me, a complete boss hero. She is dealing crazy damage, yes, and also with the crit weakness and stuff, she's doing really good. But overall, you need a carry in your team to get more progress in the campaign. Alright, next up is Athena. Athena is also the hero I'm using in my team, and she's doing good with her shields. But overall, I'm not too impressed about her, so yeah. I'm okay with that rating over here. And yeah, let's talk with the next one. We have Persephone. So Persephone is a hero. Let me get this a bit lower. There we go. Persephone is a hero. I think she is debuffing the enemies a lot, and the healings will be reduced of the enemies from what I've seen. And she's doing okayish. I haven't played too much with her. And yeah, you can see the ratings over here are pretty decent. Except for PvP, she's really good there on PvP. So yeah, we have Persephone right here. I think it's something around number 10, 11 or 12. Alright, next up guys, this is a hero I would definitely rate higher. It is Zeus. Zeus is dealing crazy freaking damage. He's one of the starting heroes you have, and he's just dealing crazy damage. Overall, he shines also in the PvP just because of the stun ability and stuff. As I said, whenever I focus or face an enemy team with Zeus in it, I'm really afraid just because that dude can deal crazy amount of damage. Alright, next up we have another healer. We have Naga. Naga is also a healer like Eduan, but she doesn't get or give your heroes any energy. She will prevent though your heroes from dying because she will throw a shield onto them, and this is what makes her pretty good on late game. But yeah, overall from early to mid game, she is kind of decent, and that would be also the rating I would put her in. Next up we have Medusa. I think Medusa needs a really high level to shine the most, just because of the ability about like not stunning, but yeah, using her snakes, and they will like put the enemies to stone, which is crazy, but they have to face to Medusa. So she can be really useful, but she also needs a lot of investment. Sorry guys. Alright, next up we go to the next hero. We have Thor inside. Thor is a tank, which is also stunning the hero with the highest attack. So he is like a counter to Izanami, since you want to use the most resources into Izanami to carry you through. So Thor is a bit of a counter to that. Overall, he's pretty decent. I've played against him. Sometimes he can be like really crucial. He will deal extremely massive damage and tank especially, just because he is also like gaining back HP. Alright, next hero I can also not talk too much about is Cleopatra. I just have her like one time now, and this was like 2 days ago I got her. Alright, we have Cleopatra right over here, but we can see on PvP she seems to be really good. But as I said, I cannot talk too much about this hero. Next up we have Lilith. Let's do this. Alright, Lilith is a ultra rare hero, and she is a bit squishy, I would say. Over here you can see on early game she's really bad. Mid game to late game she's kinda okay. Where I'm using her sometimes is for the dragons we have at this moment, the war dragons. She's doing crazy damage today, yes, but overall I think the skills aren't too good. Since sometimes there is more Luminarch hero or more Guardian heroes, I think this doesn't fit too much. But yeah, I would maybe revamp this hero to be good again. Alright, next one, I don't have this hero. We have Hercules over there, and overall on all these stats I think he's just decent. We cannot use him anywhere especially. So yeah, Hercules, a SSR hero, but a decent one. So next one, guys, we have Hades. And Hades is also a hero I would put a bit higher, just because that dude can tank crazy with his dog or hellhound. So Hades is a tank which is really good, and I don't know, I think late game he's a bit higher for me, especially. I mean, okay, I'm not that high though, so again, Asura, I think he plays the game a bit longer than me, but still, I would rate him a bit higher. So we have Oberon, guys, and Oberon, I don't know what to say, man. I'm not the biggest fan of that dude, so I think the rating is kind of okay-ish. And yeah, I won't say anything more to this hero, so you can use him, but he isn't the best. Next up, guys, we have Anubis. Oh, we went a bit. So, there we go. We have Anubis over here. Anubis also, late game, he seems to shine a lot, since he will spawn like those, I don't know the word, mumias or something like this, and they will attack the hero and also protect your hero. So yeah, against Izanami, I have to say though, Izanami will shred this hero, since Izanami will steal the HP of those pups, also, like, call them pups. And so yeah, Anubis isn't the best hero against Izanami. Next one, guys, this is a special hero. This dude has only one usage, and it is in the bosses. In the bosses, this is the best one, since he will slow down the bosses will not attack you that often, and you will survive the battle, and that is what Dionysus is done for, just pure for the bosses. Alright, next up, I think, let's do, we have to do this a bit different though, since, let's put it like here. Yeah, I'm sorry guys, I haven't, did this before, unfortunately. So we have Gaia, or we can do this a bit different though. I have an idea. It doesn't work. Give me a quick second, I'll be back. So, there we go. My face is now on the right side. Alright, next up we have Gaia, guys. And Gaia is a hero that seems to be shining late game. I think the knockback is one of the things she can do, but I wasn't too sure. I mean, I had that hero like 2 times, but overall, yeah, especially like early and mid game, that is why I haven't played her, since she's really struggling there. She's a tank, but she isn't tanking too much. So yeah, Gaia overall a 7.2 rating, but on bosses and PvP, she's kind of okay. Bosses seems to be not, but overall on the late game she will be good again. Alright, next up we have Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc, like nothing too special, only on late game she will shine again, but I'm not there at this point. And also on bosses you can use her, since she's doing good amount of damage. So let's go to the next hero. which I will agree, it is just Lubu. Lubu is just too squishy. I mean, he's a fighter, yes. He will deal crazy damage sometimes, yes, but he's just too squishy. I mean, he won't use even his ultimate and then he will die. So you need to invest a lot. Over here you can see late game and bosses he can be okayish, but other than that, that hero has no other use than just leave him where he is, guys. Alright, so this is it for the video, guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed this one. Feel free to like, subscribe, and also leave down a comment below this section. Bye, guys.